We are back with Ramona Zabriskie. She is a marriage expert and educator, and she's lived out all of the principles that she's taught. So we're excited to tackle conversation. How do we have meaningful conversation with our husbands when we have so much coming at us? Kids, phones, everything else. Ramona?
I'm going to turn you on your head about this meaningful conversation idea by telling you that the way to get to a meaningful conversation is to have a conversation that's not meaningful at all. We need to have more information sort of conversations with our husbands. He will warm up to the more emotional based conversation. He can warm up to it, but give him some time. Let's have just more exchange of fact between each other. I'm talking about the world. I'm talking about what happened at work today. I'm talking about the neighbors. I'm just talking about just plain old information, and it's a fun, casual exchange. Ask him to teach you something he's good at and that he enjoys. And this exchange of information can go on for 10 minutes. It can go on for 2 hours. You'll know when the time is right to say very sweetly and subtly, without a big agenda behind it, so how do you feel about that? And that will lead you into a more emotional or meaningful kind of conversation. But build the friendship first through information. So now we want to have a conversation with our husband. One of the big mistakes we make as women is we stare them down. We sit across and want to do the face-to-face thing. Come on, connect with me. And that's very wonderful. And we do it with our girlfriends all the time. It doesn't work so much with men in general. If you want him to be relaxed and open and listening, it's better to go shoulder to shoulder. Just sitting shoulder to shoulder makes a huge difference, sitting beside him instead of facing off with him. Another tactic along those lines is you might want to move. All right, so men and boys, this works with your sons, would prefer to be moving when you're trying to have a meaningful conversation with them. So going for a walk or playing basketball with your boys outside, anything like that where you're actually moving will make him more relaxed and more open to conversation with you.
That's a great tip.
Now, here's one more idea. And these are actual words I'm going to give you that will encourage your husband to not only listen to you more, but maybe even open up and share a little bit about himself. And it's this. You're going to use this word a lot.
Pure gold, ladies. Listen up.
This is it. Interesting. All right? Because it helps you come across as non-judgmental. And this is the foundation for friendly conversation, right? We don't want to feel judged. Your husband doesn't want to feel judged by you, especially. So when he says something, instead of reacting with I have to give my opinion about this, or I don't like that, or whatever, you shut it down. You're going to shut it down. Instead, you're going to keep it open, going to keep those lines open by just using the word interesting. It can
Pure
mean
gold.
so many things, but you're just interesting, and it's something to say, to bite, to hold on to, that will keep your tongue from wagging and saying something that you'll wish you hadn't when he just shuts it down after that. So interesting. And then if you really want to get in depth with him, you're going to use this phrase, help me understand.
Ooh.
Help me understand, baby. Help me
I
understand.
love that. Help me understand, because instead of just putting your judgment, your lenses that you're looking through and shutting down that conversation, you really could open it up to learn more because you're shifting your perspective and seeing it from their point of view.
Exactly. And you don't have to come up with a fancy way of phrasing your question in just the right way. You just say, really, well, help me understand. It's amazing. It works wonders. Interesting and help me understand. They're your two best friends in conversation with your husband.
Ramona, thank you so much for all that you taught us about conversation. Those tips. I'm excited about the movement one. I think that's such a great tip.
Good.
And next week, we're going to talk about how to get your husband on board. And you're going to want to tune into this one, ladies.